Houston Rockets and John Wall are working to find a trade, and John Wall will sit out until then. This is an article from ESPN by Tim McMahon. He says the Houston Rockets and John Wall have agreed to work together in an attempt to find a trade destination for the veteran point guard, as the franchise is committed to moving forward with Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green as its starting backcourt. I don't know why you commit to them just yet. Kevin Porter Jr., there's really not much of a reason to commit to him as of now. Jalen Green, he's a rookie. Don't know what he's going to be yet. So, I wouldn't fully commit to him just yet. But he says the commitment to the 20-year-old Porter and the 18-year-old Green leaves Wall, five-time All-Star who was traded to Houston in the Russell Westbrook deal last year, without a starting role. Wall, 31, is not expected to play for Houston, as team management and Wall mutually decided that a bench role for him wouldn't be beneficial to either party, sources said. Wall is due $91.7 million over the next 2 seasons, including a player option from $47.4 million in 2022-2023, a contract that makes attempting to trade him extremely difficult. Sources said the Rockets do not want to give up first-round draft compensation and a Wall trade, and would not have interest in discussing a buyout until possibly after free agency next summer. Wall has been limited to 113 games over the last 4 seasons due to a series of significant injuries, including an Achilles tendon tear that sidelined him for the entire 2019-2020 season, the final year with the Washington Wizards. Wall averaged 20.6 points and 6.9 assists in 40 games with the Rockets last season. Wall, a former number 1 overall pick, is expected to participate in training camp and to be around the team while he remains on the Rockets roster, sources said. Houston management is optimistic that Wall's wisdom and leadership can in particular benefit Porter and Green, who joined center Christian Wood, 25, as the cornerstones of the Rockets' rebuild. Sources said Wall's relationship with the Rockets' ownership and management remains strong, as Wall and the Rockets have been in frequent communication throughout the offseason. High-ranking Rockets sources expressed deep appreciation for Wall's leadership throughout a tumultuous campaign last season, when James Harden's trade demand pushed Houston into rebuilding mode, and a rash of injuries factored into the Rockets finishing with the NBA's worst record. He's been a rock for us, a Rockets source said. He's been great since he got here. Rockets sources emphasize that the franchise makes it a priority to try to do right by veterans who seek to play for more competitive situations, citing trading Harden and forward PJ Tucker to contenders last season as primary examples. I don't blame him for wanting to trade him with his contract, but I wouldn't fully commit to those guys just yet, anyway. I could see possibly the Celtics going for him, although that would just be doing the same thing over and over again. You had Kyrie Irving, who had injury problems. Then you had Then you had Kemba Walker, who had injury problems. And then if you got John Wall, it'd just be the same thing. So I don't know if they'd want to do that. I mean, this would be a hard sell to another team if you don't want to give up a first-round pick. If you don't want to give up a first-round pick, you're going to have to trade him for basically nothing. So I don't really see him going anywhere unless they decide to do one of those. I guess, where do you think he'd land if they do end up trading him? Do you think they will trade him? And do you think they should stick with Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Comment, share. I have another channel called The Thoughtful Outlaw where I talk about news regarding Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, gaming, and more. So check that out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.